Hello, welcome back, or welcome, whichever it might be. It's The Art of Cycling, and I'm Greg Leach. And this is the Criterium du Dauphine. And today is the individual time trial. Oftentimes the less exciting thing to paint, but it can be a very exciting day in a slow burn sort of way. So normally I start with the rider, but I wanted to make sure that these fans of the rider made the painting. Sometimes the composition doesn't go quite as I planned, so. But here, I'll talk about why in just a moment. But so the person out on course right now, and so for those of you who don't know, the time trial is a individual race, no drafting off of anybody, no peloton out on the road, but each rider going by themselves against the clock. Often called the race of truth, because it really measures the rider on his own, what he can do by himself, not with the assistance of teammates, as we've seen with the yellow jersey of Milan, Jonathan Milan, with Trek being helped by his team to stay close. He didn't have a bad time trial today, which is kind of surprising considering there's a tough climb about halfway through. But this rider here is Romain Bardet, who I've been painting. He started racing the same time I started painting bike racing. And this is his last race. He retires after this. I think he held his retirement off because he had to start, one of the races started in his hometown, one of the stages. So I think he wanted to, it's a great way to say farewell. He has already raced his last Tour de France because he literally, this is it, the end of this race. He has chosen to end his career. Here we go. We'll go alone for the last time. That was my cell phone chiming away. So that's the composition. And you can see right here, this is the previous one I painted of this stage, and he currently has the lead. I don't expect Bardet to tickle the leaders board, but he might. And again, starting with the paler colors, and normally I start with the yellow, but I didn't. It's the old thing. Rules are made to be broken. I like that these guys have come out with their cardboard signs. Sorry. Don't you love spam calls? I have now started doing the answer and delete, because even though you block them, they can leave messages, which seems kind of defeats the purpose of blocking them. Now, one of the things, this composition in the image that I'm actually working from, the fan is a little more distant. Now, part of the reason to change it is they just cut away too soon. And see, that's the advantage we artists have over photographers. Not implying that photographers are not artists, so don't get mad. But I can move things around a bit to fit my intention of the image. So go into your work with an intention. What are you trying to do? What are you hoping to say with your image? So think about that. There's a lot of things to think about when you're making art, besides the obvious, besides the mechanical things. It's like, what are you trying to say? And it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be as simple as, I love cycling. I love the way this is moving. And, if you go to my website and look at my full-scale works, my non-cycling stuff, and you can see some of the paintings on these YouTube videos if you scroll through my channel. But sometimes, well, always I'm trying to do something. Aren't we all? That was an ambiguous statement, wasn't it? So I wasn't happy with how dark that was. And so you can always go back over. So you've got a translucent media. And so if you build layers, you can get it darker and darker. And that's done in oil painting, has been done. Michelangelo would build layers and layers and layers of paint. I think they figured out that as many as 17 layers to build the colors of the face of the Mona Lisa. So it's a way to add intensity. So, and as you can see, I'm working my way through the color wheel with some attention paid to balancing color. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good green built right now. As we move into the grass along the side of the road. So in last year's tour, Bardet went on an early breakaway and just thousands and thousands of fans, and the breakaway was near his hometown like today. And there's actually a painting that I did called the Zone Bardet, with all of his fans out cheering him in his last tour. And he actually took, for the first time ever in his career, held the yellow jersey for a day, which was just very exciting. His country hoped that he would be the first Frenchman to win the Tour, but that didn't materialize. Much to their and his disappointment, I'm sure. So now we just have the roadway to lay in, but it's a lot of empty expanse there. So fortunately, I can add some shadow. Just to break up that space a bit. And again, because of the opaque nature, the translucent nature, these shadows from over here can lay over top of the grass and give that shadow, the look of the shadow hitting the grass. Convenient, huh? If you were doing something like oil painting, you would have to mix a different color. Certainly in my oil stick paintings, I have to do that. So this is a little difficult to make out, but that's okay. And these are the camper vans that fans will follow the race around the countryside. This is all the warm-up, both for the racers, for me, for the fans, all towards the Tour de France. Not that this isn't a wonderful race in and of itself. Now, you'll notice that these strokes are following the curve of the roadway, so that if I have any brush strokes that remain apparent, they help underscore this directional aspect of the painting. I also love using the road markings to help with that directional element. So that's the piece. This will be available before, actually already, by the time you see this, it'll be available on my website, gregleach.com, or you can go to the cycling blog, theartofcycling.blogspot.com, and those links will be in the description. And follow the links to purchase this or any of the paintings. And of course, Bardet, thanks for all you've done. I've enjoyed painting you over the years. And of course, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions about the racing, I'd be happy to answer those for you. Or about watercolors or anything else for that matter. Thank you so much.